It wasn't long.
How do you say? Did you let the brother know?
No, how do you tell somebody your breath stink?
That's the question.
Sorry.
Send me
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Send me, Cristal. Would you tell? Cristal have a way to tell nicely. Would you? Would you not? You would.
I absolutely. And I have my way of saying it in a gentle way. I'll just open up the breast and stick it in their mouth. And they be like, what, my breast stink? Yeah, it's a little tart, baby. It's just a little
no.
I do.
I don't have
I have no problem with men I'm dating. I have no problem with friends I know. I will quickly open up a piece of gum and be like, here.
Yeah, that's true. Take the gum.
See,
always take the gum.
I don't have like an in-between, like attack, like, oh, I'd be like, man, I would probably come out. I probably would hurt his feelings, so I just couldn't. I couldn't have done it.
Right, I wonder why you. Yeah, why she keep fainting?
I mean, did you have to like wear goggles or something when you were wearing the brother, or was it that bad?
I was just trying to avoid every situation I could. It was bad. It was.
Wow.
Do you want to go out? No, I'm not hungry. I never have to eat again in life. Yeah,
I don't want nothing else that would cause you to open your mouth and breathe, sir.
Kashia, how could you answer that question? You're more classy than that. Like, you can come gracefully with it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how you gracefully say that.
Wow.
I think there's a way that you can work with a person too. You know, like, I'm concerned about their health. We need to go see someone.
Yes,
you know, I'm in this with you. Let's go talk to someone. Let's
go first.
Find out, is it your diet? Is it, dentistry that needs to be conducted and handled? Sure. Like, if you're a good man, I can stick around through this and find out. Let's solve this problem.
And he was a really good dude. He really was.
I'm just telling you, for our folks that are live on Spreaker, Simi Surreal is just being completely over the top. She has a fire, and she's imitating someone's breath, and that's just wrong. And it's insensitive. And I'm just.
Well, let me just say this though. I know I was clowning, but honestly, if somebody had bad breath, everybody gets a pass every now and then. Everybody has to get a pass with bad breath. Just keep some mints and say, hey, you know what, sweetheart, go ahead and pop this in. I'm gonna pop one in too, and call it a day.
So Shannon, back to that date. Did you go back on another date just to see was it a bad day?
I always give it like three good runs.
Oh, you gave it a good run. That's good. You a good woman. Because I've been like, that's all right, sir. I don't need this kind of abuse. This is ungodly. You need a license.
And he asked me, do my breath stink? I was like, how did you know? But I didn't say that.
Look, he probably heard it before. But sometimes you got to help people. I mean, where do we help people when they want to know why nobody's calling them back or something? They just sit home lumpy, and a toothpaste could help.
Now when we were in college, Thin Bad sprayed Lysol on this girl's mouth. So,
oh my God.
And it came back. The Lysol never got in. It came back.
So I mean that's pretty bad.
Hilarious.
So I mean So now let me ask you this. So that I'm glad we've gotten on that. So now let's say again you've met the guy that really interests you, and now do you think when you first meet this person, should you establish the type of relationship you're looking for right away, or should you sort of let things develop?
Who got that one? Simi, so real.
I think that when you meet someone and you're interested in them, I think that you both need to communicate where the relationship is going. So, women, we do not like to not know the status of what we're doing. So if we're going to just be friends, then let me know that. If you're trying to be friends with benefits, then you need to let me know what you're thinking. Don't pull a quick one. We going to the movie and you leaned over and don't do that. Or you just want to be friends. Maybe that's what it is. You're just looking for a female companion every now and then. Or you're that guy that's like, in there, I done it, and I want something that's real. But that does definitely need to be established from the jump. It's no use you talking to somebody 6 months later and you're like, what we doing? It does. Right. It does.
I agree.
Well, let's play devil's advocate. Does, for example, if you met a guy and let's say on the initial date, he says, well, what I want to do is I'd like for us to get married, have 12 kids and get a big house in the suburbs. Doesn't that kind of scare you off initially? I mean, does it kind of...
Well, you already lost my attention with the 12 kids, but... All
right, let's say he said 11 kids.
let's Selena, Sassy, can you answer that?
Oh, to me, I'd be like, okay, you want to have a family, clearly you want to have kids. Okay, so let's be for real. We're not having 12 kids, period. But we can have some kids, So I would talk about it and be like, hey, what are we doing? Let's plan it out. I want 4 kids or you want 5, whatever. It's got to come together and both got to agree on the plan. But I'm not living in the woods and you're not going to have me cooking on a fire outside. And that's not what I want to do. I want to be, in the city or something. So definitely we'll talk about that. No 12 kids.
In the woods.
How do you feel?
Where is he and when can you set me up with him? Because I've always wanted a house full of babies. I've always wanted to be, I'm an outdoors girl. I know how to start a fire. I know how to go and catch a fish without a hook.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
My father took us camping every summer. So, yeah, what you said to me, that doesn't run me off.
I'm gone. I'm running man down the street.
I just most recently become a city girl. And God just didn't have me to have all them babies. He gave me 2. I'm blessed with 2, and I'm grateful for those 2.
Kashia.
All right.
Well, I would thank him for his honesty. Thank you for being upfront and honest and let me know where you want to take this relationship to. And then we'll see it from there. And then is that 12 negotiable?
But that wouldn't that wouldn't scare you off. I mean, just meeting a guy on the first date and he's already talking about being married and I know that 12 kids is a bit much, but I want to get married and let's do what
my life.
Right. That wouldn't scare you off initially, like, man, he's moving a bit too fast. We just met 3 hours ago.
Right. It would scare me off, Mike. I'm being honest. I'm running the other way.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, check, please, check. Right, I gotta go.
Why can't men be vocal and why can't they tell exactly?
I love it, and I love that
what their expectations are and what they're looking for. So that way, up front, what, this isn't for me. I'm not
right, and that's why I love that because most guys aren't transparent like that. So I like for someone to come tell me where they're going and make sure that we're on the same page. I love that. I just know for me, I'm running the other way. Like, yeah, I'm running. Timmy's so real.
It's like, damn, if you do that, you don't.
Right. I love it. I like the honesty to make sure we're on the same page. So we're not wasting 4 years from now. And I'm like, what I'm doing.
But if he didn't say that, say he didn't say up front, 12 kids or whatever, the negotiable kids, whatever. He didn't lay all that out.
10.5.
And you had a good time on the first date that you would have missed if he'd have come right out and just said, hey, this is that. And you may grow beyond that. Or you may not. I mean, it may come out later, but.
Right. But if this is his goal and this is what he wants to do, why waste his time? If I know I'm not on that same page, I don't want to waste anybody's time. Just like I don't want anyone to waste my time.
But have you ever any of you ever ended up with somebody that you thought, I see TV stories all the time where women would do like, he was the biggest idiot. I couldn't stand him. I thought he was a fool. And they're sitting there now at their 50th wedding anniversary talking about how they first met and how they never thought one would be with the other, whoever that is.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know, like, fireworks could not be happening immediately. Time is like, you kind of settled in and you kind of got used to one another.
That's true.
I guess.
But if they want to have kids and they ready to settle down right now, maybe I'm not in that same place.
But I think it's more. I think it's more.
Send me so real having a hard time because people try
you're.
There she goes.
Now, Cindy, try now.
There she goes.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. I was just saying that I think you talk with more than your mouth. You talk with what you say. Your actions is a way of talking. And so if we're on a date, and maybe you're not saying, I want to be with you on a certain level, or maybe you're not giving me any of those vibes, but clearly you're present. You have my attention. I have your attention. We have some commonalities, and it looks like we're going to have another date. Then from that point, we're going to let that roll out. You don't have to tell me, I'm going to be with you, I don't know if I want to be with you. You may not know if you want to be with me, but we're going to play that out. But I do think most men.
Oh, did we lose Simi?
She's telling us about it though.
Yes, she is.
But I can't hear a word of it. She was putting it down.
That's right. You
I agree with whatever she said.
That's right.
So I have a comment coming in from Facebook.
Okay.
He said he has 8 kids and he lets it be known up front. Like when they first start dating, he was like, I have 8 kids. This is what it is. And I guess he's basically saying, he letting them know in the beginning, this is what I have and this is what I have going on.
Well, now that's a great point. Now let's take that example right there that you just put out there, sophisticated Shannon. Let's say you meet a guy and again, the fireworks are going and you guys are clicking. And he, again, when we talked about establishing whatever the relationship is going to be up front, he says, look, I've got 8 kids and I'm looking for a mother for my 8 kids. Now, does that scare any of you all off? He comes out and says, look, I got 8 kids with 9 different mothers and I'm looking for,
you really going stretching that thing out there. You are extreme. 8 kids with 9 mothers.
So, and he says, and I need a mother for my babies. Would that scare you off? And again, he's being upfront.
You don't want to
Crystal, I'm going to you, Crystal. How do you feel about that?
That's real. That sounds like my boy from St. Louis. 7 baby mamas, 8 children. And all has a story, and 2 of the mothers have passed. So you got to know the history, you got to know the story. So for me, again, that wouldn't bother me. Are you taking care of those 8 children? Are you like Simi has said, if he got 2-3 jobs, is he doing what he has to do to grind to work it out? Then I commend you. And he says, I'm looking for a wife, because first, it's going to be the wife first, then it's going to be the mother. So he has to be able to, a man that findeth the wife, findeth the good thing with the Lord, favor with the Lord. Okay. So if he's looking, then he's seeking, and he's looking for somebody who has those qualities. And you are not going to be attracted to him if he doesn't even think in his mind that you can even stand up to it all. But yes, I would. It don't bother me. Children don't bother me. Y'all know I love me some babies. I could have a house full of babies and it wouldn't bother me at all.
Selena, how do you feel?
So yeah, it would scare me a little bit because I don't want to inherit 8 kids with 8 different mamas. So clearly I need to know why. For one, you have so many kids with different baby mamas. Like, what's going on? What's happening here?
It just happened like that. So if that's the answer,
2 or 3, you should have been like, let me make sure I'm protected. For one, and then again, you got to know a history. What's your history? I need to know why you got so many kids by so many different baby mamas. So
I'm a rapper, and that's what I wanted. So if that's the history,
it's like, I don't want to inherit no more babies. No.
So Cynthia said 2 is too many. I don't care what the damn history is.
Wow.
Really, his pullout game is weak.
Wow.
How the song go?
Wow. Okay. So now here comes the other question. Now we get ready to get deep with this. Then bad.
Now
Now,
put me